Всем привет! Меня зовут
Hi everyone, my name is Aleksandar and you're watching SportLife show on MMATV.com TV channel. MMATV.com is the new name of N1 Global TV channel.
N1 Global.
The 37th Gorilla MMA Series event took place last Saturday. Unbelievable in the heat of passion, another fighting has given us 5 knockouts, 4 successful techniques, and 2 judging decisions.
И начнем сразу с главного боя.
Let's start with the main fight in which Yusuf, who 2 months ago defeated Sergey Babyshev quite confidently, took place, and Durkavich, the student of the Storm Shlemenko fight team who had 2 wins in the Gorilla MMA Series event so far.
Gorilla MMA Series.
Aleksandar Shlemensko's school is famous for its striking techniques. Durkavich has won many times in this way. Yusuf is good at fighting. Both are experienced fighters. They both have more than 3 dozen fights on the professional level. They know how to conduct the main fight of the event. Everyone was determined to impose their strong qualities. At the end of the first round, Yusuf tried to come out with a strangulation and seemed close to victory. But Durkavich handled the pressure. In the second round, Alexei was active in standing, seriously loading his opponent with blows. After a series of precise punches, the representative of the Storm Shlemenko fight team was in a position of advantage. That was a technical thing. Durkavich made crushing hits from the mount, and the referee decided to stop the fight by recording a technical knockout. Alexei won the 3rd victory at the Gorilla MMA Series and 12th victory in his career. This success brings Durkavich the right to the title fight, which means that very soon we will have the fascinating fight involving a representative of Omsk, in which he will fight for the belt of the winner.
Победителем главного боя, это круто. Я не могу сказать, что я прям...
The winner of the main fight is cool. I can't say I'm very tired, but as I said in Octagon, I want to get some rest.
Слишком много работы.
There has been too much fight work in the last 6 months.
Не столько устаешь в поединке.
You get tired not of fighting, but of training.
Поначалу.
At first, I took a leg, and then I let him work behind my back. He attacked and wasted his energy. I knew that I was rehabilitated in the second round. It was a routine to move, to hit, to shoot, but I didn't seem to hit enough anyway.
Но, как мне показалось, все равно бил мало. Я знал.
I knew I was told that if I won this fight, I'd become a contender.
Я становлюсь претендентом.
In addition to Alexei Durkavich at the end of the Gorilla MMA Series-37 Strong Spirit event, another fighter received the right to a title fight. This is Roman Kurasov, who won his 4th fight in a row in the events of the series in St. Petersburg. Unlike Durkavich, Kurasov won in the first round, but it's not correct to say that it was an easy finish. At the very beginning of the fight, his opponent, Kajimura Kamaladinov, tried to solve the outcome of the fight with a spectacular high kick. Failed. Kurasov has finished the fight at the flooring of the octagon, in order not to risk. In the parterre, he felt more confident than his opponent this evening. Submission by Roman brings the final to the fight. By the way, it was the only painful technique we saw that night. Now Roman Kurasov, like Alexei Durkavich, has to wait for the announcement of the date of the title fight. And it will be important to choose the competitors who will take the exam from our contenders. Because let us remind you that not all participants have successfully passed the test on their way to the sacred belt.
Мы готовились к сопернику, изучали его достаточно длительное время. У нас
We prepared, studied the opponent for a long time. After he took the fight, we had 2 weeks to study his technique. We looked at the fights, built up the strategy, and worked. We trained, we had a camp. We did a good job of wrestling equipment. Enough. The bet was that we worked longer distances.
На то, что будем работать на более длинных дистанциях.
Let us now turn to the co-main fight. Varsky is a unique fighter. He just collects the draw decisions of the fights. And from his reaction at the end of the fight against Sadikov, it was possible to guess that it was a draw again.
В этом поединке зафиксирован ничейный результат.
For Varsky, that was 4th draw in a career and 3rd draw in 5 Gorilla MMA Series events. Unique result, but at the beginning of the fight, Ilya felt clearly not funny in the first round. Though by a small margin, Sadikov had an apparent advantage. In the second 5 minutes, where Varsky clearly added and the statistics were too close, that it was difficult to determine on whose side the advantage was. But still, before the start of the decisive round, there was a feeling that Sadikov was still winning, and Varsky blew up on the finish line. His advantage was not just visible, you can call it confident. The judges deliberated for a long time. They chose in a draw. The fighters can't possibly agree with them, which means there is a chance that they would like to have a second fight.
Все пошло как планировали, бой получился.
It went as planned. The fight was competitive. Good. It was a draw. It's the 3rd draw in the MMA series, so I'm a record holder in a way. No one else has it. All my fights are spectacular and competitive. Almost all the fights of the evening, I think.
Вот, все, наверное, бои вечера практически, я так думаю.
Я считаю то, что я победил в этом бою.
I think I won this fight. I've shown more. Much more. But apparently the judges saw it a little differently. But I do know that I won. And I'm not gonna stop there. I'm tired. Weight loss was a big part of it. It was crazy. It has had enough that I made the weight 11 kilos in 12 days. You can't imagine how I drove last kilo. At the weighting procedure, I made the weight. I won't take short notice with this fight weight anymore.
Больше не буду принимать на коротком давлении с таким большим весом.
Ну и, конечно, мы не могли...
Of course, we couldn't ignore the entrance to the octagon by Sergei Babyshev. He had to try to close a 2-month-old defeat he suffered from Zalimkhan Yusupov.
Потерпел от Залимхана Юсупова.
Sergei Babyshev is always bright. This fight is not an exception, especially since his opponent Aleksandar gladly accepted the rules of the game imposed by Sergei. The fighters constantly provoked each other, supplementing the fights with elements of the show. But to be fair, let's just say Babyshev didn't have fight trouble. Except for Belour's beautiful back fist at the start of the second round. Apparently, at the moment, Babyshev realized that he has to stop the show, otherwise he can lose. Even if it was accidental. He set a beautiful point. It was a knockout. Jubilee 10th victory of Sergei Babyshev in a career and 4th in a Gorilla MMA Series events. But unlike Durkavich and Kurasov, he's just starting his winning series.
Мы готовились к этому, вот, поэтому...
We prepared for this, so it was expected. There are always pros and cons. The winner is the strongest. I prepared for this fight for 3 weeks. When I'm in a cage, I'm dangerous, and I'm going to get more and more dangerous. I have to go out on a winning streak and try to win the MMA series bout.
Стремиться завоевать пояс ММА серии.
All results of the Gorilla MMA Series-37 Strong Spirit event you can see on your screens highlight 2 extremely tense fights in the starting fight of the evening. Debutant Magomedov defeated Magomedov with a decision of the judges. Ruslan Rizkul managed to defeat Aleksandar with a technical knockout only in the 3rd round. Kimran Ramaldanov very quickly, already in the 1st round, strangled Mikhail Turkanov. Same as Kirhan Abdulvaganov won with a chokehold in just 3 minutes. And in the end, I'd like to draw your attention to 2 more fights. These are those cases where fighters managed to turn over the course of the fight and to win in cases where there was a reason to doubt on their success.
В их успехе.
Magomedov was the first to make his mark. His opponent, Safarov, then threw the first 2 rounds at the rapid pace, leaving Gaji with no chance. However, Babur also seems to have wasted his power in the first 5 minutes and simply did not last the second 5 minutes, and Magomedov tolerated and took advantage of the fact that the opponent did not calculate the strength. referee recorded his victory with a technical knockout. Similarly, the next bout in which debuted Mikhail Sotnikov and Maxim Burmin met was settled in the third round. He was more active in the punches, and at the very end of the second 5 minutes, he tried to decide the fate of the fight with a chokehold. Sotnikov survived, and the third round he simply scored an opponent. Victory by a technical knockout in the first bout on a professional level. And I, Aleksandar Abramova, say goodbye to you. It was SportLife show on MMATV.com TV channel. MMATV.com is a new name of N1 Global TV channel. See you on TV on next Thursday.
Четверг.